Hi there, back on the Sony TC-KA6ES. This is a high-end mechanism and it's an absolute nightmare to replace these belts. So I thought I would give you a hand here because it's taken me ages to do this. Anyway, what you want to do to replace the larger belt, which I've already done, this belt here, is to remove these 4 screws, lift up this whole panel, and then you can easily replace it. Basically, make sure that if you pull these flywheels out, that you get them in correctly and you put the correct washers in place and everything, so that it doesn't grind or rub. So that's that one. To replace the smaller one, which I've already done, as you can see, is an absolute ordeal. This one is difficult. So what I did, I removed all of these little screws there. There's one there, one here, there's one here, and there's also one in the middle there. When you take this thing off, there's one down here. You can see it there. There, you see it. So you need to remove those. This loosens this board, but this isn't enough to get the belt in. So this is where you have to start really undoing things, but not too much. Release this door, and how you do this is to press down on this bar at the back there, then the door releases, and then you might just be able to get, well, you have to undo this screw here and this screw on this side, take them out and store them nicely, and then this black backing here will come off together with the wiring for this light, which ends up in this connector here. So you have to be careful not to trap any wiring. You can lift this card gently out, put it to one side, and then underneath this backing here with the light, there's 4 screws, gold screws under there, which you need to take off, and that basically releases these posts here. There's one there, as you can see, and there's one further up here. So there's 4 posts which release this whole block here. Now when that's released, you'll find that this becomes easier. You can move this up freely, and there's some clear gaps where these cogs are, so you can get the belt on then. It's quite tricky even so you need to use some nice needle nose tweezers or something to do that. But yes, you can do it. It's extremely fiddly. When I was doing this, I was thinking very much about Rabsy Nesbitt's character in England. He's a comedian, and I think, I forget what he's called now. Rabsy, before he did that, he did something, Gregor Fisher, I think his name is. He did something called The Fast Show. Not the Fast Show. What am I talking about? Absolutely, I think it was. And there's a few comedies he was in. There's one called The Baldy Man, which is quite funny. But there's another one where he played this guy who got very, very angry and smashed everything up. I forget what he's called now. Perhaps you can comment and let me know. But he would like try and thread a needle or something like that, get so angry that he'd throw the entire, tip the entire needle and all the sewing stuff on the floor and rant and scream. And that was like that. When I was doing this, I had that thought. I felt like I was going to do that and throw this mechanism on the floor. It's so difficult to do. But I've done it. It's done. If you persevere and if you're very calm and sit back, you can get this done. I've done it. I'm not brilliant by any means. You know, I've got a lot of experience, but I don't consider myself to be particularly skilled, and I've got massive hands as well. You know, I'm nearly 6 foot tall. I've got huge hands, but I managed to do it. So I'm sure if I manage to do that, you can manage to do that. So just persevere with it. It can be done. Hopefully, this is all that this needs. And when I install this back in the machine now, it will work. So here's hoping. I'll bring another video out showing this thing working, hopefully a bit later on today. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, add a comment. I do value the subscribers, definitely. And thank you for listening.